1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I am a god from a place. Charm City Bipper. Quis The Vndl. Marquis is the name my mama gave me. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all living? How you feeling? I am sitting in that space of gratitude, of appreciation, of curiosity, of faith. I'm sitting in that space of thank you. Thank you. Because I'm literally here on a day that I had no idea about. I am on the other side of situations that irritated me, situations that I didn't see a vision for. I've been granted clarity. I've been granted serenity. I've been granted the courage to even overcome those moments. In this space, I'm sitting with a couple things. Be where you are. Where else can you be? If I'm in the past, I'm not here. If I'm too far in the future, I'm not here. And if I'm not here, I'm either anxious or I'm depressed. In the past, I can't change any of that. And that's heavy. That hurts. Oh, I'm walking through this space, but I'm where I was. It's just not fair. It's not fair. And if I'm in the future, I'm anxious. I can't control that either, but it's like, oh, well, I can make decisions right now. I can make decisions that'll set that up to be the greatest thing. It's like, but you projecting. And your mind is so stuck there that sometimes you're not even doing anything. Sometimes you just get fretful. Like, oh, well, if I stop that thing, then I won't be able to do that thing. If I quit that job, then I won't be able to get that place. And if I don't set this up right, then I won't get the place that I want. And I don't want to live in that neighborhood. I want to let it be, and be grateful that it can be, because that's all it will be. Be where you are. Be present. Only thing I have is this moment with this iPhone camera, with this microphone, with this book in my head. I only have this moment. What I had before is irrelevant. What I'll have after is subjective. I mean, it's not even guaranteed. I have the faith that I'll be in the next moment by the grace of God I serve. But I have the faith I'll get there, right? The grace of God, right? I'll get there. But it's not guaranteed. The plans that we make in the world life brings about, two different situations. I laugh at this so much, but I hear people talking about things that become so trivial at times, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but I need not only to remind myself, but to remind others that at the top of 2020, there was a lot of things planned. There were concerts set. There were weddings planned. There were graduation parties planned. There were things planned. In mid-March, around the time of my birthday, mid-March, all of that was dead. I remember the weekend that they said things were shutting down. And like it was so frantic, like people were trying to get that last little bits of motion. And I laughed because I was like, it just is what it is. I don't want to get this sickness. Just go in the house, right? People were mad that certain people didn't show up to things. I'm like, we can't control this, right? We don't control most of what this is. And the effort to control is where all of the stresses come from. It's gotten to a point where we've normalized stress. Our resiliency to stress determines our outcome in this space, determines what our experience is. We cannot be resilient to it when we treat life and things like, it's just happening to me. Things are happening. They're not happening to me. And much of it is happening for me, depending on my perspective. A crisis is an opportunity. In that crisis, in that space where people are like, I'm not able to do the things I've always done, a lot of people ventured out to do things they'd never done. Oh, I can go on walks at 10 in the morning because I don't have to go to a building. Oh, I don't have to go to work. My job doesn't expect me to do work right now because I'm collecting a check from unemployment. Oh, I'm getting a stimulus check to do what I please. It's like, where is it? So we went from that back into the swing of things. People are jumping right back into the rat race, back into the things that they were running from. Breathe. You don't have to. You don't have to. And to be where you are, I let go of all of the turmoil of that past moment. I recognize it for what it is as I reflect, and I take what it was to honor this moment more fully and express gratitude for this moment more fully. I have the opportunity to go do things I could not. Every day I wake up, it's still the thing out here. It's still out here, right? But the limits are a lot less. And even in that space, there weren't as many limits as people had created in their mind. There were people who wanted to go into bunkers. No, like we're good. Don't allow the fears to stop you. Don't allow what you don't have to block your vision of what you do. This is a beautiful thing. This is a gift. Every day we wake, be where you are. I'm also sitting with something that runs adjacent to that. And part of being where I am, I recognize that less is more. I can give less of myself and get all of what is intended for me. But I have to give it to spaces that are for me. If I'm giving out things like my time to a job that has outcomes that only benefit things that are not me. Like if I give up 8 hours of tedious work and I'm writing these reports and I'm looking after these different people and I'm managing this and I'm managing that, and by the end of the 3-month span that I was doing that, the only thing I have to show for it is paper money that allowed me to supply my physiological needs, or just my rent, my water, my food. If that's all I got out of it, in the feeling of saying, oh yeah, well, I accomplished something. I did that for the company. Add the gym to that. Add eating what you want to that. Add traveling to that. Add wearing your favorite fit to that job. Add some things that honor you. And then add in spiritual practices. Connect with the spirit that allows you to be who you are. Connect with that energy daily. Don't just let this experience be, I went to a job, I hate life, all we do is work. Don't let this be that. And watch the words you speak. I love life. I get to go work with individuals who will someday be great. I get to build myself up daily. I get to learn and unlearn daily. I get to win. I get to breathe. Ooh, ooh, love them. Ooh, love them. But like I said, less is more, and God has done so much with far less than what we currently have. So when I say that, God has done so much with others with far less than what we currently have. So when I think of Harriet Tubman and how she fought for freedom in ways that are unimaginable. And I think of, and she also lived a long life. She lived up into her late 80s, but she lived a long life for that time period. When I think of Malcolm X and how he goes from a hustler and gets imprisoned, and he's in that space with his mind, his spirit, his body. He doesn't allow the system that told him what he was and wasn't to break either one of those things. He doesn't allow anything to break those three things. He channels his energy to greater purposes, reads religious books front to back, understands them so well that he runs laps around individuals who said, this is what it is. So much more with far less than you have. We literally have, I call this this device with a bitten fruit on the back. The digital Swiss Army knife. I call it the digital Swiss Army knife. Calculator, flashlight, cameras on the front and back. You can do your taxes on it. There's an app for that. Calendar, timepiece, navigation system, phone, international communicator. I don't have enough fingers to list all the things it does, right? We have access to that. And daily, we run into individuals who say what they can't do. There's individuals who have one and say what they can't afford. This hasn't always been the standard. The thing that is amazing about life is that the themes change, right? The technology changes, the thing of the times changes, but people remain the same. Your mindset can carry you through any time period. If you have a mindset that there is limits and there is nothing and there is gloom and doom, no matter what time period you enter, it's disastrous. If you take a mindset that I'm gonna have motion and I'm gonna make something of myself and I'm connected to all things, I'm blessed to have this breath in my lungs. I'm grateful for my existence. I'm gonna go give some love to somebody that's in need of it. Those mindsets, they take you very far. Going on longer than I thought it would. But as I said, be where you are. Be where you are, not where they want you to be, not where you were. And don't be so far away into where you want to be that you're not understanding the love and the power of the moment you currently have in front of you. Not even in front of you, the moment you're currently standing in. Ground yourself, love yourself, build yourself. And as I always say, the love we give ourselves is love we're allowed to give others. The love we center within goes without, inside to the out. So, as always, one day made better is many days made greater. I'm uplifting you to be in a world that cares. If I keep it to myself, I think that that's unfair. The joy I've been given is best when shared. Visionaries never die, legends survive. Through the seeds we sow daily, we get better with time. Wishing you peace, Wishing you prosperity. Wishing you many blessings. I am a guy from a place. Charm City Bipper. Quis The Vndl. Marquis is the name my mama gave me. Enjoy this day you've been given. Love.
Take me higher. I just wanna